You are not mentally weak. You are mentally untrained. And that's worse, because an untrained mind will sabotage your life quietly. Every single day, it will create fear where there is no danger, stress where there is no threat, suffering where there is only resistance. The Stoics warned about this centuries ago. Most people ignored them, and now they live controlled by thoughts they never chose. Today, I'll give you 3 daily practices the Stoics used to build an unbreakable mind. Not theory, not inspiration, practices. Miss them, and your mind controls you. Practice them, and you control your life. Stay until the end, because the 3rd practice is the one almost nobody has the courage to do, and it's the one that changes everything. Let's start with the most important rule the Stoics lived by. The rule that immediately separates the strong from the anxious. Every morning, before the world invades your mind, the Stoics did something radical. They separated reality from illusion. They asked one question: what is actually under my control today? Not results, not opinions, not outcomes, not other people. Only 3 things: your judgments, your actions, your response. Most mental suffering comes from trying to control what was never yours. You replay conversations. You imagine futures. You argue with reality. The Stoics saw this as wasted energy. They understood something most people never learn. Anxiety is misplaced responsibility. So every day, when fear appeared, they didn't fight it emotionally. They interrogated it rationally. What assumption am I making right now? What expectation is being violated? What part of this is actually mine to handle? This practice rewires your nervous system, because when you stop arguing with reality, your mind becomes quiet. Not weak, clear. And clarity is power. But clarity alone is not enough, because when life applies pressure, and it will, you need more than calm thoughts. You need endurance. That brings us to the 2nd practice. The modern mind is addicted to comfort, and comfort creates fragility. The Stoics knew this, so they did something that looks insane by today's standards. They practiced discomfort on purpose. Cold, hunger, simplicity, silence. Not because suffering is noble, but because dependence is dangerous. They wanted to remind themselves daily, I can function without excess. This is how fear loses its grip. When your mind knows it can survive less, it stops panicking about losing more. Voluntary discomfort trains your mind to stay steady under pressure. It teaches you that discomfort is not an emergency, it's information. That's why people who avoid discomfort become emotionally reactive, and people who face it become composed. This practice doesn't make you miserable. It makes you independent. Independent from moods, independent from circumstances, independent from constant reassurance. But there is one final practice, the most uncomfortable one, the one most people skip because it requires brutal honesty. Every night before sleep, the Stoics reviewed their day, not emotionally, not to feel guilty, but like a strategist reviewing a battle. They asked 3 questions. What did I do well today? Where did I act against my principles? What will I correct tomorrow? No excuses, no self-hate, no denial. This practice is where real growth happens, because improvement begins with truth. Most people avoid this moment. They distract themselves, they scroll, they numb, because facing yourself is uncomfortable. But the Stoics believed something radical. A life unexamined is a life run by impulse. Nightly reflection turns experience into wisdom, mistakes into lessons, failure into refinement. This is how the mind sharpens over time. Not through motivation, not through hype, but through honest repetition. And when you combine all three practices, clarity in the morning, endurance during the day, reflection at night, you don't just become calmer, you become mentally sovereign. A trained mind doesn't chase peace, it creates it daily, deliberately, relentlessly. If this helped you, don't just like the video, practice it, because your life will never rise above the discipline of your mind.